Ministry over industry, the vessel. Ministry over industry, the vessel. Ministry over industry, the vessel. Longing for the truth.
What's up, it's your man King Geno, and you're rocking with the best, the Vessel TV, baby. Let's get it.
What's up, people? It's Kezia, the poet. Shout it out, Vessel TV. I'm on Vessel TV.
A God died so I can be saving, that's grace.
You are now watching Vessel TV. My name is James Daniel Johnson, better known as Daniel the Poet. I started writing in 1997, and my first poem I ever wrote was to help me overcome some adversity. And ever since then, I've been writing poetry. To date, I have self-published 6 books with a company called Create Space. I'm in the process of publishing my 7th book in the next several months. My life story is just like everybody else's, yet it's unique at the same time. I went through a lot of adversity. By the grace of God, I overcame it. I'm back on the right track. I'm doing some positive stuff with my life. And I'm trying to empower other people and share my testimony. One thing I've learned is that pride and ego, arrogance, God hates that anyway. It'll ruin your life. I'm trying to be humble. I don't claim to be humble. I don't claim to be anything. I claim to be a product of grace. That's it, point blank, grace. I thank God for giving me this opportunity to do this video. I thank God for redeeming my life from self-destruction, from the hand of the devil, and those who wish me evil. It's a blessing. These are 2 of my books, Accepted and Grow, and Elaborating on the Truth. My website is www.danielthepoet.com. When you have time, check me out. Click on media section of my website and see my poetry videos. Again, thank you for your time. You're watching Vessel TV. And remember, fear God, put God first, because at the end of the day, that's what counts the most.
Back in 2001, my freshman year of college, I did a talent show. I said to myself, you know, I've always loved comedy. I could do this. You watch comedians on TV, you're like, oh yeah, you could do this. Well, needless to say, I did 15 minutes, and it was awful, all awful. I knew it was going bad, and I should have just walked off the stage probably 4 minutes before the end of it, and I said, oh, I got more jokes, and someone in the crowd literally went, ah! So that was a telltale thing to me, but I came back, you know, like I didn't want to quit. I wanted to try it again, and I said, okay, I learned my lesson. So in 2002, same talent show, I got back up there. This time I wrote a tight 4 or 5 minute set, and I did it, and it was well received. I won the competition. That kind of juiced me up. I was like, okay, I like that part of it. I don't like bombing. I like doing well. So through college, I opened up for a couple comedians that came to the school, and then after college, I just stopped. I just stopped doing it. I moved to Vermont, got a graduate degree, and I said, okay, now enough is enough. That was college, whatever. But then I just kept doing different hobbies and realizing, you know, my heart's not into these things, and I just, you know, kept going back to the comedy. I moved to DC, my day job, but then I would start doing comedy. And then 2014, I just decided to go full on, like jump into it. I got 2 kids. Things were pretty stable at home, so I said to my wife, let's have a conversation. So I just started doing it again, and I've been pretty successful, I think, with it. You know, I won that competition, the Comedy Comedian of the Year competition back in December, and I'm opening. I'm going to be hosting at Maryland's largest comedy club, the Gooby's Joke House. I'm going to be hosting for Don Herrera, who's a comedy legend, at the end of February. So, I mean, things have been really good. I mean, I'm hitting a lot of goals that I wanted to. I've done the Lyrical Coffee House now 3 times. It's my 3rd time tonight, and I love it. I love every minute of it. So here's the thing. So I consider myself Christian, but I don't consider myself religious. So I grew up. I didn't go. We went to church, during Christmas and all those holidays, Easter, but never regularly. I think in my comedy, it's friendly in that I don't curse. I talk about my wife, my kids, everyday life, making a fool out of myself. But yeah, if a church or other religious organization came knocking, like the Lyrical Coffee House, I didn't think that I was going to be well received, but I've been well received. They like me enough, I guess. And so if they came knocking, yeah, I would do it. I think I have enough that I could definitely be friendly and be safe for that environment. Yeah.
To the beat of my own drum, fresh as they come, humble, but with a little bit of that sauce on it. Welcome to the rise of the new world order. KG's coming to take the world over. This is fair warning, red notice, no bluffing. MD yell, legendary, you're nothing. This my rookie year, but that don't mean nothing. Please turn the beat up, the lights out, let's get the bussin'. Clip fully loaded with that Bible. Got bars like Christians, so cliche. Lord order my steps, I call him eBay. Running this race, I'm just relating what he say. I pray you hear my heart on every single. What's up, it's your man King Geno, and you're rocking with the best, the Vessel TV, baby. Let's get it. When I was 12 years old, and a friend of mine, shout out to Nabane, a friend of mine was into doing music, and she wrote her own songs and stuff like that, and she was kind of just going through the different songs that she had, and it kind of got me inspired, because prior to, I've been always listening to different artists like Lecrae, Tripley, 116 Click, all that kind of stuff growing up. So writing the music was kind of like the opening door, you know what I'm saying? My church, I go to Spirit of Faith Christian Center in Brandywine, Maryland now. We have 3 campuses, one in Brandywine, Maryland, one in Temple Hills, Maryland, and then one also in Ellicott City, Maryland, not too far from where we are right now. What else? Yeah, my parents have been like real instrumental in my music career and stuff like that. Basically, like teaching me the Word of God, but making sure I'm grounded and I don't get the big head while I'm rapping and stuff like that. Don't try to make it so it's all about me. And yeah, like from there it's just been real easy trying to do this kind of stuff.
Tell them boys I never leave a crib alone, cause I keep one in my car and I got 2 at home. They different kinds, but they do the same thing. Double edged, double barrel.
Hey, this is Tiffany. I'm on Vessel TV, and I am 19 years old. I attend the University of Maryland College Park, and singing is absolutely my passion. I'm just so blessed to have that gift that was given from God, and it's such a relaxation method for me, and to know that I can bless other people through it and use it for ministry is it's so heartfelt. It just makes me feel so wonderful. I started playing the piano actually at the age of 7, and then I started to sing around 8 or 9, and I paired those 2 together, and they just work and they go hand in hand, and it's just really fun to do, and I'm just glad I can use it for God's glory. I definitely think someone would compare me to Tasha Cobbs, or maybe even Tasha Page of Lockhart. They both start with Tasha, and we're all T's, so that's great. But I definitely listen to a lot of their music. Definitely Tasha Cobbs, I love her song For Your Glory. I sang that a couple of times for several talent shows, and God was just using me, so that's just a blessing in itself. But I love her music.
Hey, this is DJ L-Dub. You're watching Vessel TV. I thank you for the opportunity just to be able to interview with you today. Raised so much of the music thing. I used to listen to the DJs of old, the Ron Hardys, the probably Jack Master Funks, and Scott. I see Silk Hurley. This Chicago thing, just listen to the radio. I wasn't old enough to get to the club, so it wasn't until time that I had to sneak out to be able to hear the good stuff. But I had a chance to be able to hear the different mixes on the radio, and I'm like, man, I'd like to do that one day, and I never thought that I'd be doing what I'm doing today. In regards to the whole transition from secular to gospel, it was years coming because for a long time I was running, and I used to go to the clubs and listen to the DJ and like, man, okay, I'd like to be able to do that. I want to be able to do that. And I actually got a chance to, got the nerve up to talk to a club owner, and they let me play, and they liked what I had to play, and so different opportunities rose up from that. Practice at home, practice when I went to the military. I bought my own set, my own realistic mixer, and a turntable and a tape player, and just practice, just a craft. They actually liked what they heard, and so that continued on, and people started inviting me to do their parties, and it just continued on. Fast forward into the future. I rededicated my life back in 2000, and God had moved on my life because I was searching. I was searching for different things, and I wasn't finding anything. And He actually showed me Himself. It wasn't until 2000, during the millennium, I'm thinking, oh, the end of the world. Things aren't. I'm not going to have a chance to enjoy my children or be able to do all these different things. And I was alone. Big question. You got to have faith. You gotta have faith, you gotta have persistence, tenacity. Definitely get yourself partnered with other people in the same, belief. It helps to continue to you gotta seek God first. I don't mean to sound super spiritual, but I'm telling you, if you try to do it on your own, you're gonna get frustrated, you're gonna give up. Get yourself connected with people in the community of the thing that you're trying to do. Other believers who will encourage you. Yes, there are going to be secular gigs and so forth, but you have to be mindful of who you represent. Yes, I still do secular music. However, it has to be clean. It has to be represented. If it's going to grieve God, if it's going to grieve in the spirit, because if you're saved, you're going to know. Don't play it. Don't play it. I actually had to tell a young lady, I said, I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to, at the sake of the parents firing me on my gig, so I'm not playing this. So you have to get yourself.
Happy to be here. So. I started spoken word when I was 7 years old. Needed some ways to process some things that were going on around me, and writing was the way to do it. I got a journal from my godmother when I was 7, and I just started to write. I wrote about everything I saw around me, how I was feeling, different things, and nobody could judge what I was writing. Nobody could say, oh, you didn't do that right, you didn't write that correctly. It was mine. It was a way of expression for me. And the love for writing and reading just grew. When I got to college, I started doing open mics. And I've been going ever since. So I'm on year 10. Woo! I'm on year 10. I've been doing spoken word for 10 years. That's crazy. And it's always been for the kingdom. It's always been for God. It's always been from that worldview, and just blessed to offer that perspective. So you can find me online, KeziaThePoet.net. It's Kezia the Poet on Twitter, on Instagram. Find me on Facebook, on YouTube, all Kezia the Poet.
Josiah, and I'm a spoken word artist, and I've been doing spoken word for a little over a year. Poetry my entire life, since maybe 4 or 5. And basically, I've been a church girl most of that time. I accepted Jesus Christ as the Lord of my life when I was 5 or 6 years old. And from that moment I knew, he was clearly saying that he wanted to be my dad. Not just my Lord, not just God, not just my Savior, but my dad. He stepped in where there was a gap, needless to say. And from that moment on, it's like he's just constantly been blessing me, constantly bringing me through different battles and stuff like that. So a lot of my poetry is about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Not just when I'm skating and everything is going fine in life, but when I'm in the mire, I'm in the muck. And I've got 4 children, beautiful children, and 2 of them are twins. We lost one at 3.5 years old, but we weren't supposed to have our twin boys for a day. So that's something that I share every time I get out there. Go God, because I can't complain. 3.5 years is better than a second, better than nothing. So. And the first book that I ever wrote was about church hurt. It's called Bitter When Church Leaves That Not Too Pleasant Aftertaste. And that was coming from an experience where just pride and egomania just ripped through our church and broke us apart and sent my mom, who was a staff member, flying out of there, sent our family out of there. And just like, what do you do when those kinds of things happen where somebody's not being held accountable? How do you fix it? How do you mend it? Do you sweep it under the table and just say big words like unity and togetherness and quote scriptures on not attacking people that are ordained, or do you hold people accountable? So that was a rough first book for me personally. The second book is called The Pregomony of Stephanie Josiah. It's a term that I made up combining the words pregnancy and testimony. And that came from our rough pregnancy with the twin boys that I wouldn't have wished on an enemy. Not even an enemy. Very hard. We're talking a month and a half of hospitalized bed rest, and most of the pregnancy, from the time that I learned I was pregnant with twins, I heard that we had a chance of losing not one but both of them because of twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome, which is an uneven distribution of blood flow. So rough stuff. And then my third one is a poetry book, and my fourth one is called Beautiful Ashes, which is about loss. When we lost our son Ishmael Jr., what were the processes that we went through? People say there are stages to grief, and then you pass through those stages. No, sometimes you get hit with all of those stages at one time. Where is God in that? And that book basically just shares with people, even if God gives you a no, even if healing doesn't come, even if the miracle doesn't happen the way you want it to look like, God has a plan for that loss, a plan for that life, a plan for your life, and there's victory. Like, He is whole, He is healed today. So, go God. So here are the ways that you can reach out to me. I'll give you my phone number. It's 443-629-2645. If you or anyone you know are going through loss, or a sick child, or a disabled child, reach out to me. I can be an ear. I don't have all the answers, but I can be an ear, and I can help you when it comes to advocating for your child, because we went through that. My email address is stephanie.josiah1@AOL.com. I'm old school. I'm loyal to AOL. And then I'm on Facebook, of course, Stephanie Josiah, and I also have a speaker page, Stephanie Josiah. On Twitter, I'm Speaker Steph. That's it. Thank you, Vessel TV, for this opportunity. God bless.
Good evening, everybody. This is Maynard Bradley. I just want to thank Vessel TV for having me on right now. This is it. This is a ministry. Armor of God. All right? This is what we're doing right now. This is what needs to be out in the world. God gave me this vision to put this out here for you all. So, next time we have an event, I want everybody out there. I'm going to make this short and sweet because you know what? This ain't about me. This is all about God. So this takes me out of it. You know, I see every day it's less of me and more of Him. So let it speak for itself. Please support the ministry. Support all ministry. But I'd like to see you guys out to our next event with the Lyrical Coffee House. I will be there. The shirts will be there. The love will be there. I'm gonna be there for you. Just want to thank everybody. Again, Vessel TV. What can I say? Today's the day. It's harvest time, harvest season. This is a harvest. So all you guys have a blessed one. Be blessed this year. Be blessed forever. It's an eternal day. Oh my God. Out.
Tell them boys I never leave the crib alone. Cause I keep one in my car and I got two at home. They different kinds, but they do the same thing. Double-edged, double barrel. Yes, sir. I'm out here facing dragons, I ain't out my mind. They coming from a soul, so it's bad that time. Them lies they trying to kill me if you don't believe me. I don't care, I can't take it easy. I'm flipping a page, I'm trigger happy, you're clipping the gauge. Clicking and hitting the stage, hit you with truth, he's in every frame.